I'm going to try to splice this video together. I made it a while back. This is for the side vent windows on a T2 Volkswagen bus. 68 to probably 76 Volkswagen bus, the side vent windows. I bought these window frames. I bought this window frame from CIP1 up in Canada. Pretty good place. They had the parts in stock. But oddly, the new window frame and window came separate from the gasket that needs to be put in here. So you need to disassemble this assembly here. Let me see if I can turn this thing on now. For some reason, I lost the sound and it's really poor. On my 69 Volkswagen bus, the rear side vent windows, I bought a set of vent windows, and separately comes this weather strip. And there I lose the sound for some reason. So, and it goes to slow motion. So yeah, you get the weather strip separate from the window frame and the window. And so I made this video to show you how to make, how to get that, take apart this window frame and get the weather strip put in. So I think it's this one here. Okay, I guess this is part 3. I have successfully put the rubber weather strip in this window frame for, again, my 69 Volkswagen bus, the rear side vent windows. And like I said, what I did was I drilled out the original rivets and actually took off both rivets. So I got this end bar completely off, the end bar completely off and free. And then putting it back together, I'll give you a couple of tips that I ran into. This is a new weather strip. You're going to see some slots. There's one here, and that's going to give you the proper orientation for which way to put this thing back together. There's another slot already in the weather strip right there. And where those go is your frame has these tangs here that actually, when you put it back into the bus, they slot into the sheet metal on the bus. So those, to get your orientation correct on your new weather strip, on your new window frames, look for those slots right there. There's one, and then there's the other one. So I started there. Again, this is my old frame. I'm not going to show you on this. I had taken this piece off, the old one. I just broke the rivet off. Anyway, I drilled off both rivets of my new ones. So this piece was separate. Then I put this on. First I put the slots in, put these into the slots, and then I went all the way around, tucking. You tuck this frame inside of there, like that. And then the top of the frame, they actually will seat in real nice all the way around. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, both sides, it's going to wrap both sides all the way around. And once you get the whole U-shaped piece in, then I inserted my window pins through those holes. Make sure you get the window put in the right way. One end of the window has this tensioner here. So when you take your new window apart, take off that bolt and slide off that bracket tensioner like that. And that round there is going to come off with your window. It's going to come off with your window. It's going to look like that. The top one is short, the bottom one is long, and the bottom one, like I said, is secured with this piece here. So take that bolt off, slide that bracket out of there, and your window will come, again, this is my old stuff, your window will come right out. Your window will come right out. Use these tangs here to position your new gasket on in the correct orientation here and there. Start there. Wrapping. Now your frame is going to be inside this pocket here, and there's a little rubber flange all the way around both sides. That's going to wrap completely around here. And so your finished product is going to look like this, where you can see your completely rubber is really nice, fits really good all the way around. So once you get this new gasket into the U-shaped piece, then you insert the window. Make sure you get the right orientation. Like I said, that bracket, that tension bracket there is going to go on the bottom, which is the long stem. Here's the window thing. And then the top one is the short one. So then you put the window in. Once you get the window in, the new frame and the new gasket, then you begin to stuff this gasket into this. Actually, the old gasket is still in this one, so you're just going to have to use your imagination on that. Just like I said, this, I can't show you now. Anyway, the old gasket is still in this one. It's pretty easy. Again, this gasket here, this part here will be inside the metal frame. That's the back, will be inside the metal frame. And when you turn all the way around this side, you're going to see a little ridge there, and that's the little ridge that gets pushed in under that lip there. So the tall side goes under the tall side of this bracket, then the flat back, and then you got a short side with a little curl there. And that is what's going to accept the small size here. That small ridge right there by my finger. Anyway, that's what it looks like when it's apart. And then when it's together, I'm going to let this sit in the sun. I'm going to let this sit in the sun to loosen up a little bit. But mine is installed. Completely all the way around. New rivets, top and bottom. Make sure that these rubber flaps are out and free from the frame before you rivet the thing back together. Riveted, and then there's that bracket I was just telling you about, and you can easily get to it by pulling back one of these. There it is. There's the bolt, and that bolts that tensioner in, you're all back together, that's the top pin. It comes just above the frame, fits pretty flush. I'm just going to knock back those rivets, make sure that's pretty nice and flat. And that's it. So I hadn't found anything on YouTube about assembling these windows, and they sure didn't tell me about it at the vendor. Like I said, they sell you this piece separately from the window assembly, and the window assembly is all riveted together. So you're going to have to drill out that rivet and that rivet, pull the glass out, pull that side out, put the gasket in, rivet it back together. Make sure you get all the gasket all tucked all the way around. Since I've done it once already, I could probably do another one in 30-40 minutes. Your first time might take an hour. Anyway, that's what to look for. Like I said, you start with the tangs. Those middle tangs there with your new gasket. Your new gasket has the cutouts for the tangs. Pull those on first and then just work your way around till the whole thing is on. Then slip the window back in and then work on backside, slipping this into that, and then rivet it back together. Good luck. Anyway, so to take these things out, it's not too difficult. Just use a utility knife and cut your old weathered weather strip around your rear side windows. You're going to have to take the larger stationary part of the window out too, and might as well order a new gasket for that too. And putting it back in, it's easy to put the vent window that I'm showing you here. It's easy to put that back in. Getting the large stationary piece of glass back in, I had a old timer, glass guy come over and he was able to get it in pretty easy. It's not something I could easily do. So anyway, I hope this helps out some guys. It's well worth it. The glass and the weather strip, everything just looks great, works great. And most buses I see nowadays, those vent windows are in real sad shape. The weather strip is just deteriorated away. So I hope this helps out some guys.